Welcome to Digital Asset News. My name is Rob, and today, just like the thumbnail and title suggests, we're going to take a look at a pretty massive story that involves Avalanche. And if we put all the pieces together, we can kind of see how Avalanche could be potentially a pretty big play down the road. Also, we'll take a look at some pretty big news that is happening with Polygon as they go through their hard fork upgrade. So let's just jump right in and just talk about it. So first things first, there's a tweet that was put out by Avalanche Foundation. They said, hey, just so you know, e-commerce generated over $5.4 billion in revenue of 2022. And Shopify was front and center of this growth. And we just launched NFT capabilities powered by Avalanche on Shopify. The first thing you probably think of is, what the heck is Shopify? Well, if we don't know what Shopify is just a basic storefront for people to sell all types of items. And to me, it does compete with Amazon. It's just that it doesn't get the foot traffic of Amazon because everything's built in. Now, you can sell anything you want to on Shopify. It allows you to do these things, and it's pretty advanced types of features, but it's no slouch. And in all honesty, the revenue for 2021 was $4.6 billion, which is an increase in 2020. Shopify's annual revenue for 2020 was $2.9 billion, increase over 2019. And then in 2019, we have 1.5. So you can see there's been consistent growth as far as how Shopify has been doing. So it's actually a pretty global dominator. And this story was actually, it's about 5 or so days old. I didn't really think about it, didn't really put two and two together. But now that I have talked about this and we talked about the partnership with Amazon, and of course, Amazon is competing with Shopify, and now Avalanche is kind of overseeing both of those things, I can see how this is going to be pretty big. But the question I had was, well, how easy is it? And what are the fees? Because, I mean, if the fees are high, what's the point? So this is the article from CoinDesk. It says, using the Venly Shopify merchant app, retailers can sell NFTs with minimal technical knowledge. That would also be me. Shopify owners can also earn royalties on secondary NFT transactions through the Venly market. So just real quick, if we're going to think about this, we have to understand, is this feasible for Shopify participants, the sellers on Shopify? Because if it's going to be high cost of fees, it's going to be ridiculous. Why would I do that? Why would I put this on Ethereum per se? Well, you wouldn't. Because you take a look at the fees here. This is from Dune.com, and you can take a look. There's a link in the description. You can see that the fees for Avalanche, Ethereum, BNB, and I put in Optimism and Arbitrum. I don't know these two projects. I'm sure somebody in the comments will sound up and talk to us about how fantastic they are and whatever else. That's fine, but here's what we have. So Avalanche, the fees are 8 cents. This was on December 12th, 2022. And you can see that in the red, Avalanche has been pretty consistent as far as low fees. I've always said, we are not going to do a bunch of these transactions on chain, on like an Ethereum, on like a Bitcoin, because the transaction fees are just too ridiculously high. And you can see at Ethereum, the transaction fees average about almost $3. So if you're selling an NFT for 10 and you got to, 30% goes to the fees, what's the point? And of course, off you go and you see it's been pretty consistent. So far, so good. And then the actual platform it was talking about was this one called Venly. And you'll notice that it's got two, Polygon app and Avalanche app. And why I put in the thumbnail to pay attention, it's because of this. The projects that continue to build in this brutal bear market are the ones that are going to crush it in the bull market. So as you can see, you've got Avalanche over here having a partnership with Amazon, and now through Shopify, you've also had major advancements with Polygon, and they were chosen as an incubator for Disney. They've also been chosen for Shopify and a host of other things, and a lot of different gaming is built on Polygon as well. So again, just pay attention. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do, and this is not financial advice, but it's looking pretty good for this one. So this is how it works. You can start selling NFTs in a matter of minutes, design NFTs with ease through a user-friendly interface. You can sell NFTs like regular products. NFTs are shipped to the customer's email address where a blockchain wallet awaits them. I don't know how exactly that works. It's very interesting. Simple to use, fast to configure, no need for deep technical knowledge, takes away all the complexities. The question then, the last question you might have is this. Well, what's the point of having an NFT for a physical product? I don't understand. So here's the thing. There's a lot of advancements that are coming about. But let's just say, for instance, that You buy some kind of bling. You've got some kind of nice ring or some kind of chain or something that's very special to you. And you say, well, this is great, and I want to put that into the metaverse, and I want to put that on my avatar. Or let's just say the ultimate flex is this. Let's say for some reason you buy a Porsche or a Lambo, like everybody's so hung up on. I don't understand why cars suck. But you have that, and then of course that will be the ultimate flex, that you put that in the metaverse and you can prove that you actually have one. It doesn't matter where it's all going, but you can see how there are different use cases for it in the digital world moving forward. And I just find it very interesting that you've got Avalanche going on to Shopify and they allow NFTs. What do you think is going to happen now with Amazon and NFTs, and who do you think they're going to choose? Because Avalanche is the only official partner they've ever had for crypto. Sure, they've talked about other things and they've done different side things with different projects, but there's no official partnership like there has been with Avalanche so far. So let me think about that in the comment section. Again, not telling you what to invest into. This is very interesting. And then lastly, before we move on to the Polygon story, which I think is pretty big as well, is price action. Avalanche, just so you know, is up 5% in 24 hours. And if we take a look real quick on 7 days, not bad. 14 days, 30 days, it's still doing quite good. 90 days, okay, pretty much on the same level. So 6th November, and over here we got roughly the same thing, 18, 19 bucks. The last 6 months, okay, you got me on that one. And then of course the max, look at this. The max it was 134. Right now, it is 16 bucks, almost 17 with the partnerships. So where do you think this is going? And then I also want to show you real quick about this part here with tokenomics. This is a new feature here on CoinGecko. I thought it was pretty interesting about the allocation for where your tokens are going. Because again, it's not just about the partnerships and things that are being built. There's a lot of factors that go into, will it be a success? For just so you know, staking rewards are up to 50%. That's where the tokens are going. So I'm like, okay. Airdrop was 2.5, private sale 3.5, strategic partnerships 5, community and developers, okay. Foundation 9.3%, pretty high, but depends on what they do with it. Public sales roughly 10%, and the team get also 10%. So tokenomics not stellar or fantastic. Max supply is 720 million. Total supply right now, which is what it's actually put out, is 416. And just so you know, as far as cliffs and how they are going to be distributing these tokens, you can see right here that in February 2023, this little section right here, it's just about to start ramping up. And you can just see how much tokens are being dropped over time. It's a pretty steep incline. So just be aware of that as you make your financial decisions. Okay, something interesting about that in the comment section. Now let's finish this up with Polygon hard fork to reduce gas fees. I didn't know this was actually an issue, but apparently this just happened about an hour ago. The hard fork was completed. The first proposal, there was two, adjusted a mechanism that sets gas fees. The new mechanism aims to keep gas prices low when there's a lot of activity. Second proposal aims to reduce the amount of time it takes to finalize a data block, effort to prevent frequent reorganization. So great. So just so you know, as far as the average gas price chart, this is the gas prices. This is in GUI. I always say this wrong. Please correct me in the comment section. GUI, why, whatever. Yeah, you can see that the average as we go across. Let's just look at the recent one here. So let's see. We're coming here. Average gas price 79, 80, 83, 86, 92, 80, 119, 77, 110. Let's just say for 100. So if we say why, whatever, let's just say 100 to USD. That's how much it costs per transactions. It's a fraction of a penny. So again, I can totally understand why Shopify chose Polygon while on top of Avalanche, because the fees are so incredibly ridiculously low. It makes sense. And then lastly, just so we can see here, network transaction fee chart. Yeah, it looks good, but the price action. So again, pay attention to what's happening. Not that this is going to pop off, but the last 24 hours, it's up just a little bit. What about 1.2%? But in 7 days, just like everything else, been doing pretty good. 14 days, 30 days, 90. And yeah, you got me on this one. About $1. Same thing we saw with Avalanche. But what's interesting here is the max price. So the max price is $288. That's its all-time high. And right now, it's only $1. So as opposed to a 6x to hitting the all-time high with Avalanche, you might be looking like a 2.5x here, maybe a 3 roughly. So just keep that in mind. And then also, if we take a look at tokenomics, well, this looks a little better. Staking rewards, 12%. The ecosystem, 23%. The foundation, 21%. It depends on what they do with it. Advisors, team, 16 and 20. Again, depends on what they do. Private investors, 3%. And the Binance Launchpad, to actually get it out there, 19%. So I got to tell you, as far as tokenomics, I like this one a little bit more than what we just saw with Avalanche. And oh yeah, as far as the unlocks and the releases, because you've got a max supply of 10 billion, it's already pretty much out there, total supply. That's why the unlocks, you can just see right here, 2021, there's not much to really go. Actually, that's it. Yeah. When it's in 2022, that's all. So everything that's in there in circulation is what they have for max supply. And that's it. So I like that a heck of a lot more. So again, there's a lot of things to consider when you're talking about investments and things to get into. I can't give you financial advice. I am not your dad, obviously. So I just want you to be careful out there. And that's why I'm preaching the word of diversification. Like, this is my pinwheel. This is what I diversify in. I got a lot in stocks. I got a lot in cash right now. I got some in stocks, some in some stables, not Tether. I've got some on my DGen plays because I'm a risk taker sometimes. 4%, roughly, is in Masterworks, which is fractionalized shares of art. 5%, 35%. We got land and real estate. Amazon, my business, 5%, 15% in staking and crypto, 1% in IRA. So just remember, it's not just about how much you make, it's how much you keep. And you can concentrate your wealth, but I don't know where things are going. And I don't know if anybody actually knows themselves. So that's it. So look, that is it for today's video. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. A lot of things to talk about are time sensitive, as you can clearly see. But that is it for today. So thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one.